Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Tibbils-Riley, and today we're going to be looking for a nonfiction book on Mayan so that we can solve some very tricky words together. So today you can see that I've clicked on my library tab, and in library I clicked on the search button. After that, I'm going to type in the word bugs, B-U-G-S, bugs. I'm going to click on the unicorn and choose nonfiction because we want to learn about facts today. I'm choosing a reading level, and I'm choosing reading level I. Let's click the search button, which is the magnifying glass here in the middle of the screen. And then we need to scroll down to look for some books. I see a lot of books about bugs. I'm going to choose this one called Big Bugs, and we're going to go ahead and start reading. Big Bugs! Today we're going to choose to use our arrow instead of using the play button because we don't want to hear someone read the words to us. We really want to solve those tricky words. So I'm going to click this arrow and get started. Ooh, I already see a giant spider. Go ahead and notice some things about this spider. Oh, you're saying that it's hairy. It's really big. Some of you are using other words like tarantula. All right, we're going to get started. Something else we can do on Mayan is we can zoom in so we can read those words up close. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to move my screen over here so I can see those words. We can all look at them together and try to solve them. All right, everyone, I've zoomed in so that we can see these words up close, and I have my toolbox open so we can circle or underline any words that might be challenging for us. So I see the word big up here. That's a snap word that we know. Big legs. Big. I'm seeing a word that's a little bit tricky right here. Big. I know it starts with an F. Fang. Fangs. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a word I know. What could I try? Oh, thinking about the picture. Okay, I know I saw that picture of a big spider. It has big legs. What other big things might it have? Maybe big teeth so it can get its prey. Yeah, but I know that there's a special word for that, isn't there? A special word for the teeth that spiders have that starts with an F and goes fangs. That's right. Big legs, big fangs. Wow, awesome. We solved that word. We solved it by looking at the first letter and thinking about the sounds in the word. But then we also thought about the picture and what would make sense. All kinds of big parts help bugs. Ooh, there's another tricky word down here. All kinds of big parts help bugs. So it's saying that these bugs have big parts for a reason because they need to do something with those parts, maybe. Let's look at the word and see what sounds are in that word. Looks like there's another part in that word, the U-R. I know that goes sir. Servive? Servive? That doesn't sound right. Oh, some of you were saying there is a E at the end of this word, and you all know that the E on the end of a word can make vowels say their names. And you see that vowel I, and you're telling me that I need to say I instead of I. Survive. That's a word I know, and it makes sense. All kinds of big parts help bugs survive. Those big parts help them survive in the wild. That makes so much sense. Thanks for helping me solve that. We're going to go to the next page. All right, on this page, let's do a sneak peek and notice the picture. Well, that looks really strange, but I know this book is about bugs, so that must be a giant bug grabbing a frog? It is enormous. It's so big. Look how big it is. It can grab that frog. I know, right? Sometimes chatting about a page before reading can help you solve hard words. And you can see right now that on this page, we actually have a word that we talked about. Let's go ahead and zoom in. If we zoom in, we can see there's a tricky word here. This word right here. It looks a little tricky. It starts with a G. It kind of looks like Gigant or something. We can't really do a slow check to figure out that word, can we? But when we chatted about the book, we actually already said this word. The word is giant. We were talking about how big that bug was, and we used words like giant and enormous, and that can help us solve words when we're ready to read. Another way is to think about how letters can make two sounds. You know that vowels can make many different sounds, don't you? But so can some other consonants, like G can actually sound like J, kind of like the word giraffe. This word is giant. Giant water bugs use big front legs to trap frogs. Awesome. Thanks for helping me today solve these tricky words. What I want you to remember is to not give up when you come to a tricky word. It helps to stop and do a sneak peek of the picture and the page before you start reading. You might even chat about what's happening in the picture to help you get some ideas about the words that might be on that page. And that can also help you solve it. You can also think about the parts of words that you know. And you can think about how sometimes letters can make different sounds, and to try it two ways. Try going I or I, or try going j or g, and seeing what sounds right. Another thing that we did was thought about what made sense in the sentence. We knew that bugs have to have big parts to survive, and we realized that that word made sense there. Today, get a nonfiction book from home or Mayan and share with your teacher a word that you found that was really tricky and explain how you solved it. We love hearing how you solve tricky words because it tells us that your brain is growing, and it's really exciting to be a part of that work. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. Happy reading.